In today's video, I am going to spend 100 days in hardcore Minecraft while being hunted by my friend Sword 4000. This was basically a Minecraft manhunt that lasted 100 days. And before this video starts, I want to thank Complex Gaming for sponsoring this video. Sword and I spent our 100 days on this server and it was super fun. Be sure to check them out and join with the IP up on screen now. Maybe you can even find my base in the wild and be in a future video. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Good luck, Sword. You're going to need it. After I gave Sword a bit of a head start, it was my turn to start hunting him. I started running out and actually really wasn't able to find a trace of him. Don't worry, we'll find him soon. But for now, I was exploring. I needed to get geared up if I wanted to win. Sword told me that there were custom villages in this world, and I came across Sky's base from his 100 days video thinking it was a custom village. So Sky, if you're seeing this, I'm very sorry for ransacking all of your items. But yeah, I pretty much left with really good loot. I got coal, wood, cobblestone, and an entire enchanting setup with books and an enchanting table. There was also another portal, so I went in there just to see what was going on. I grabbed a bit of quartz and then went back to the overworld. Sky, if you're seeing this, you are a really good builder, my dude, and I'm very sorry for robbing you. Then I started traveling out. I wanted to build myself a nice base to protect myself from Sword. So I traveled through this desert. If you guys haven't been able to notice by now, there's actually custom terrain. These biomes are pretty intense. Then I found myself a pink sheep, and I was really excited about this. You guys know pink is my favorite color, and pink sheep are pretty rare. At this point, I found myself my first clue of Sword, a cut down tree. I was really analyzing this. I was trying to figure out which way he could have gone. I kept running and came in contact with an ice spikes biome. This is so cool. Then I found this crazy looking cave. I mean, just look at this thing. I really was careful getting down because I did not want to die to fall damage. In no time, I found diamonds. Yes, day 4, and I already have diamonds. While I was getting some diamonds, I did a bunch of other mining to get some things. Oh, and the full iron set that I have, I got from Sky's base. But yeah, I spent some time getting some ores, especially redstone for XP, because now I have an enchanting table. And I almost died to this creeper that blew up right in my face. I literally was left on like 2 hearts. On day 5, I started running back out and found this really cool jungle. I set up some chests and decided to build my house here. The next few days were spent building myself this house. Of course, I used some jungle wood. I'm trying to branch out the materials that I use for my builds. And since I'm in a jungle, I probably should use some jungle wood, right? I went with this circular design with lots of windows so that I can see if Sword is coming. On day 7, I did some terraforming and had to get some more jungle wood. I made the floor jungle wood planks, and I really actually like how this looks. Then I ran out of iron, so I went mining in a nearby ravine, which is another really cool custom area. On day 8, I was able to start moving some of my chests into my new house, and I got started on the roof. For the roof, I decided to do a jungle canopy camouflaged roof. I also spent a lot of time going back and forth to get materials. And on day 10, after I finished most of my base, I made myself an enchanting setup, and I left the base to go to spawn. Spawn actually has a shop and some other crazy cool things, and I thought it might be interesting to check and see if Sword is there. And sure enough, after running to spawn, I saw Sword. I snuck up on him and just kind of watched him for a little bit, and then he saw me. I chased him and lost him. I actually have no idea where this guy went. He's probably crouched behind a tree or something, but I decided to turn back to spawn. I'll let him live this time. While I was running around spawn, I got myself a quest to kill 250 passive mobs for crate keys. This could be interesting. I also harvested a ton of crops and hay bales, broke some ender chests for 16 pieces of obby, and got some other random things. As I was running home, I decided to kill some mobs for the quest I was doing. I stayed at spawn for quite a while. I was able to get TNT from this cave. This will really come in handy later on. I also got a load of gold and iron blocks. And some anvils. The gold blocks will be really handy for making some golden apples. After all of this, I decided to travel back home. I found a few forests and decided to get some spruce and dark oak wood and also grabbed the saplings. So that way I can replant them at my base. I also found this mountain made out of clay, which is so cool. Clay is usually kind of hard for me to find, so I grabbed some of it so if I need to make bricks later on, I can. Then I made it home and put some stuff away. Day 14 was a kind of boring day. I just mined for diamonds today. Day 15, I headed into the nether. My spawn was actually right next to a bastion, which was so lucky. And of course, I decided to go inside. I was greeted by a few piglins, and I played this really safe. I kept blocking myself in. I didn't have too hard of a time killing any of these piglin brutes, and I was actually able to make it to a chest. Then, as I continued going around the bastion, I was ambushed by this enderman. This was one of the scariest moments in hardcore history for me, and I got really, really low. I don't really know how I made it out alive of this one. After this really close encounter to death, I decided to head back to the overworld. And once I was here, I went looking for Sword. I wanted to find the location of his house, because this would really come in handy. So after traveling for a bit, I saw his house off in the distance. He was living on a frozen lake, which isn't so great because he'll be able to see me coming from far away. But nonetheless, I did approach him and hit him a few times. We were having a bit of a fight and he got me so low. I decided to run away because I did not want to risk dying. One more hit and I would have been toast. Once I made it back to my base safely, I checked to make sure that Sword didn't follow me home. Then I went down into the mines to get some diamonds. I really, really want full diamond armor. Then I will feel really safe fighting Sword and conquering bastions. So I spent quite a few days mining for diamonds, and I found this really cool gigantic cave. Since I was down in the mines for so long, I got tons of diamonds. On day 20, I was able to craft full diamond armor. And with the XP I had, I enchanted the helmet and leggings with decent enchants. Later on, I'm hoping to get protection 3 or 4. Then, with my better armor, I decided to go back into the bastion and kill some brutes. I really wanted to get some gold blocks to make more golden apples and whatever else I could get my hands on. Sometimes there's even netherite ingots in bastions. That would be really awesome if we could get one. After getting a bit of XP from the bastion, I headed home and got sharpness 1 on my axe. I actually wasted a ton of XP and kept putting the book in the grindstone until I got sharpness 1. Then I went back to the bastion again to raid some more, and I got some really good stuff this time. Finally, I was able to get a bunch of golden blocks and some really good items from chests, including diamonds and diamond armor. There was even some ancient debris in here. Then, as I was leaving, I almost died to this magma. I even got knocked in lava, and my health was so low. After learning how powerful magmas actually are, I was terrified, and I started heading back to my portal. But then the most insane thing happened. I saw Sword. Of course, I tried to hit him into lava at the portal area, but I wasn't too successful. So I went through my portal and actually waited for him in my base. I knew that he would be coming through. As I was hiding in my base crouched, he circled my house. I think he was trying to find the door. Eventually, he came in, and I really surprised him. I started attacking him, and he ran. I chased him for quite a while, and when we were in the middle of the ocean, we started fighting again. Eventually, Sword ran, and I decided to let him go. I definitely would have to be on a high alert though, because now he knows the coords of my base and nether portal. On day 28, to calm my nerves from all the action that has happened recently, I decided to chop some wood, and I even got this parrot. You guys should comment down below what the parrot's name should be. Then I decided it would probably be best to build some things around the base that can strategically help me when Sword and I fight. So I actually built myself some bridges so I can get across water way faster. They weren't anything fancy, just something to help me get across water quickly and efficiently. And then, after I finished these 2 bridges, I decided to head over to spawn. The reason I was going here is because there's actually a shop where I can buy lots of things, and I was really hoping to buy some potion supplies. If I can get speed and strength potions, Sword won't have a chance. Once I got to spawn, I realized I didn't have any money, so I farmed some wheat and sold it for over $1,000. Then I was able to buy a bow and some arrows and all of the potion supplies that I needed. On day 33, I started heading back to my base, but before I went home, I decided to pay Sword a visit. I had that TNT that I found at spawn earlier, so I decided it would be really funny if I blew up some of his base. As I was doing this, Sword was coming after me. I can't imagine what was going through his head. I was able to blow up 2 pieces of TNT, and I'm pretty sure one of them even blew up one of his chests. After this, Sword was really angry, and we had a bit of a fight. I decided to hit him a few times and then let him be. I wasn't done trolling him yet. The next few days were spent gathering XP to enchant my bow. I also grabbed some sugarcane to plant today, because I would really like to be able to make speed potions, and to do so, I need sugar. Day 37 was spent making a pumpkin and melon farm to hopefully make some cash. I can sell these for a decent amount at spawn. And then it was time to do some enchanting and potion brewing. I was really excited to have potions. I'm not sure if Sword has any. For whatever reason, the next 2 days, I decided to build this mini pirate ship. I really was off track here. I should have been hunting down Sword. I was also really excited to see that my first melons had grown by now. Then I headed back into the nether. I was running around the bastion trying to get more loot, and then I saw Sword. I started bowing him and actually knocked him into lava. I thought for sure that he would be dead. I mean, I knocked him into lava after all, but somehow he survived. He came out of the lava and started towering up. So then I charged at him with my knockback 2 sword and actually knocked him into lava again. I thought by this time, Sword would not be able to make it out of the lava, but boy was I wrong. For the second time, he came out of the lava alive and ready to fight. This was quite the battle. This battle actually went on for quite some time. As I went through my portal, I was trapped. Sword made it so I wouldn't be able to get out of the portal, but luckily I was able to break free. We were fighting in a cave, and this got really super intense. I started blowing up an area where Sword was blocked in, but it didn't do too much. I kept getting him really low and he was running. Eventually, Sword and I headed our separate ways again. Finally, when I was back at my base, I decided to repair my tools with diamonds, and then I built myself this really cool Treehouse Lookout. This way, I'll be able to see if Sword is approaching me, and I'll be able to bow him from pretty high up. I also spent some time adding some decorations to my house, including more leaves, and then I did some organizing because my chests are a mess, and a bit of farming. I was thinking of luring Sword back to my base. So today I built myself this cobblestone wall, and even a small little pit of lava. Hopefully I'll be able to bring him over here and get him into the lava. He won't stand a chance. But with his recent performance in lava, I don't know how well this is going to work. After doing that for a few days, I spent some time potion brewing and preparing to fight Sword. I knew that our final fight was going to be coming up because we both know the locations of our base. I tried to make as many potions today, as well as getting some golden apples. Then I noticed that some of my gear isn't the best, so I spent some time upgrading most of my gear to protection 2. Then I went to the Nether to get some more XP. Of course, I mined quartz, and I also grabbed a bit of gold so that I can make my apples into golden apples, because golden apples are super helpful when PvPing. Something I wish I would have noticed is that axes are better for 1.16 PvP. This is because they can go right through shields, but at the end of the day, I do have a sharpness 4 sword with knockback 2, so it is pretty good. After getting a bunch of XP from the Nether, I came back to my base and was able to get 2 protection 2 chest plates. So I went back into the Nether to get a few more levels. I also grabbed some obsidian, because if I need to block myself in, this will take sword a long time to break. And when I came out and went into my house, I heard TNT activate. At first, this really scared me, and I thought it was my parrot, but then I noticed a pressure plate behind my door. For some reason, the TNT didn't go off, but I knew that I was being watched. I quickly upgraded my chest plate to protection 4 because I figured there was going to be a fight. As soon as I walked outside of my house, I started being attacked with arrows. I had no idea where they were coming from. Then I looked up, and there was Sword, towering over me in my treehouse, bowing me, hitting me with arrows. I started shooting him, and he actually fell out of the tree, and the battle had begun. This got so intense, and if you guys are wondering why Sword is glowing, it's because I had some spectral arrows. I realized I had a really powerful bow, so I tried to land as many shots as I could on him. Sword literally had a netherite axe. I was pretty terrified to fight him up close, so I tried to keep my distance and land some bow shots. It seemed like he was getting kind of low, because he was a bit panicky. I also drank my potions so that I would have strength and speed. After bowing each other for a while, we both approached each other and started fighting with our swords and axes. Of course, this got really intense, and I had to keep watching my health so I knew when to eat a gapple. Then the fight moved over to my bridge, and it seemed like Sword was trying to heal, so I tried to get as many bow shots on him as I possibly could. Then he started charging me. I did a pretty smart play with obsidian and blocked him in the bridge. This gave me a bit more time to run away and get set up and heal. After this, the fight continued. I headed back over to where Sword was and started attacking him again. And actually knocked him into this ravine. I was hoping that he would die from fall damage, but this man water bucket clutched it. Once I noticed that there was water at the bottom of the ravine, I too jumped down. I was ready to finish Sword off. But I got glitched in some water and it really slowed me down. Sword got some amazing crit hits on me. And after a few hits, I was toast. Yes, I died to Sword. I was very sad to lose this world and to not complete my mission of defeating Sword. But I guess I really didn't stand a chance against his netherite axe. And that is how I attempted to survive 100 days of hardcore Minecraft while being hunted. I really hope that you guys did enjoy this video. This one was super fun to make. And if you guys did enjoy, please consider subscribing. We're 10,000 subscribers away from 100K. And I can't thank you guys enough. There's a secret giveaway down below in the description, so make sure to go enter. Also, I want to give another thank you to Complex Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to go check them out. And maybe you can find my base out in the wild. But thank you guys once again for watching. I will see you in the next one.